All right, so I am going to finish Love That Dog today, and I also want to remind you in poetry, you should be finishing up your book today if you have not already done so, and then reciting one of them and have your parents or a sibling record you so you can send me a video of you reciting so I can give you some points for sharing one of your poems. You get to pick any poem to share, whatever one you like the best. It really doesn't matter. I'm just excited to see you reading your poetry that you have written. I'm sad that I haven't gotten to see it yet. I will next week when you turn in your books for me. All right, so Love That Dog, May 15th. I don't know if you put it on the board and people read it. It might make them sad. May 17th. Okay, I guess. I'll put my name on it. But I hope it doesn't make people feel too sad. And if it does, maybe you could think of something to cheer everybody up. Like maybe with some of those brownies you make. The chocolate ones that are so good. May 21st. Wow, 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 wow. That was the best news ever. I can't believe it. Mr. Walter Dean Myers is really coming to our school. He was coming to our city anyway to see his old buddy. And he would be honored to visit our clean school and meet the mostly nice kids who like his poems. We sure are lucky that his old buddy lives in our town. Wow. May 28th. The bulletin board looks like it's blooming words with everybody's poems up there on all those colored sheets of paper. Yellow, blue, pink, red, green. And the bookcase looks like it's sprouting books, all of them by Mr. Walter Dean Myers, lined up, looking back at us, waiting for Mr. Walter Dean Myers himself to come to our school, right into our classroom. Wow! May 29th. I can't wait. I can't sleep. Are you sure you hid my poem that was inspired by Mr. Walter Dean Myers? I don't want to do anything to upset him. June 1st. Mr. Walter Dean Myers Day. I never in my whole life ever heard anybody who could talk like that, Mr. Walter Dean Myers. All of my blood in my veins was bubbling, and all the thoughts in my head were buzzing, and I wanted to keep Mr. Walter Dean Myers at our school forever. June 6th. Dear Mr. Walter Dean Myers, thank you 100 million times for leaving your work and your family and your things people have to do to come and visit us in our school, in our class. We hope you liked your visit. We think maybe you did because you were smiling all over the place. And when you read your poems, you had the best voice. Low and deep and friendly and warm, like it was reaching out and wrapping us all up in a big squeeze. When you laughed, you had the best laugh I've ever heard in my life. Like it was coming from way down deep and bubbling up and rolling and tumbling out into the air. We hope we didn't ask you too many questions, but we thank you for answering every which one, and especially for saying that you would be flattered if someone used some of your words, and especially if they added a note that they were inspired by Walter Dean Myers. And it was nice of you to read all of our poems on the bulletin board. I hope it didn't make you too sad when you read the one about my dog Sky getting smushed on the road. And I think you like the brownies too, right? Thank you for coming to see us, Mr. Walter Dean Myers. Inside this envelope is a poem using some of your words. I wrote it. It was inspired by you, Mr. Walter Dean Myers, from your number one fan, Jack. Love That Dog, inspired by Mr. Walter Dean Myers, by Jack. Love that dog, like a bird loves to fly. I said I love that dog, like a bird loves to fly. Love to call him in the morning, love to call him, hey there, Sky. That is the end of the book. And then in the back, it has some of the poems that he referenced throughout the book, the actual poems. So the Red Wheelbarrow, he referenced in the beginning, is by William Carlos Williams. So much depends upon a red wheelbarrow glazed with rain water beside the white chickens. Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening by Robert Frost. This is another poem. Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village, though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. My little horse must think it weird to stop without a farmhouse near, between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. He gives his harness bells a shake, to ask if there's some mistake. The only other sound's the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. The Tiger by William Blake. Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forest of the night, what immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? Dog by Valerie Worth. Under a maple tree the dog lies down, lolls his limp tongue, yawns, rests his long chin carefully between front paws, looks up, alert, chops with heavy jaws at a slow fly, blinks, rolls on his side, sighs, closes his eyes, sleeps all afternoon in his loose skin. The Pasture by Robert Frost. I'm going out to clean the pasture spring. I'll only stop to take the leaves away, and wait to watch the water clear I may. I shan't be gone long, you come too. I'm going out to fetch the little calf that's standing by the mother. It's so young, it totters when she licks it with her tongue. I shan't be gone long, you come too. Street Music by Arnold Adolphe. This city, the always noise, grinding up from the subways underground, slamming from bus tires and taxi horns and engines of cars and trucks, and all vocabularies of clash, flash, screeching, hot metal, language combinations, as planes overhead roar an orchestra of rolling drums and battle blasts assaulting my ears with the always noise of this city. Street Music. The Apple. So it says stem, apple, 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 yum, 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 juicy, 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 crunchy, 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 red, yellow, green, red, yellow, green, red, yellow, green, red. Apple, 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 apple. Yum, delicious, yum, delicious, yum, delicious, yum, delicious, yum. Yum, 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 yum. Wormy, wormy, yuck, yuck. Yum, 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 wormy, worm, yuck, yuck. Yum, 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 yum. Yum, delicious, yum, delicious, yum, delicious, yum, delicious. Apple, 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 apple. Red, yellow, red, yellow, green, red, yellow, green, red. Crunchy, 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 juicy, 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 juicy apple. So there is their concrete poem. Love That Boy by Walter Dean Myers. Love that boy, like a rabbit loves to run. I said I love that boy, like a rabbit loves to run. Love to call him in the morning, love to call him, hey there, son. So that is where this young man Jack got his Love That Dog, his little poem inspired from Mr. Walter Dean Myers, who is, those poems I just read you are real poems that you can go and find. Now, it's cool because in the book, right at the beginning, he says, I hate writing poems, but the whole book is a poetry book. He writes a whole poem all about something that he knows and loves, his dog. Something else, as I read, I would pause a lot more because the lines are very short, so there might be like one-word lines. There's also exclamation marks, and when the font, or when it's all capital letters, that means you need to emphasize it a lot. So I'd get kind of louder when there were some words that were all capitals. Okay, so poetry's really kind of neat. There's a lot you can do with poetry. It doesn't have to rhyme. There's all sorts of types of poetry. So I hope you enjoyed listening to Love That Dog. I really enjoy this book.